The next experiment we're going to do is flat color with a hard edge. Lots of paintings are done with this. A lot of contemporary pieces are done with flat hard edge colors. It's just an even color value throughout the whole shape. So here I've started this one. You take one color and fill a shape. You change colors when you get to the next box. I'm going to do both box 7, where it says hard edge design, and down here on the top of the corrections box, I'm going to do one here. I'm going to suggest that you do these in at least several light colors for what we're going to need to have them do later. Part of what we're doing is working on top of this surface. I am painting these with oils, and I'm going to lay my brush, pull your brush around the edge, point to the edge you're trying to paint. Remember, we're thinning our paints with turpentine or mineral spirits or terpenoid, because these are oil paints, and the solvent is not water, it is those materials. Alright, so I'm going to lay a nice even coat. Have at least one or two pretty light colors in this design. I'll lay this color in early so it dries. I'm going to do some other things on top of it. This is going to have to be dry. Alright, I'm going to turn off the camera for a minute. Okay, as you can see, I've finished up painting these hard edge areas, edge to edge, just shapes breaking up the space. A couple light colors is important. In my book, here's an example of a hard edge piece that's done all in hard edges. It's called Misty Mountains in this book, but you can see that different colors have been placed, and it's just a hard edge piece. Next thing we're going to do is setting up for a mock impasto piece. Impasto means thick paint, and we're going to talk about that later. But this box that we split over here, there's one that says mock impasto, and I want you to put some of this sculpture paste. I have a couple tubs like this. You could use a lot of different materials. I've taken this, like we got this at a hardware store. You can use acrylic medium gel or acrylic medium paste. We happen to have some of this that came from a hardware store, and it's kind of feels like frosting, but you can set it on there and we can make build up surface, because if we were to build something this thick with oil paints, it would be very expensive. But we can fill up an area if we'd like. Imagine this, a rocky coast on the edge of a painting, and then you might have the sea up there, so you wouldn't have, it would be plainer up there possibly. Alright, so I'm just going to set this in to dry. You can push it around with your fingers, you could push it around with a paintbrush. I would say just be sure you wash these. This washes up with soap and water. I have a painting I did and I mixed sand in with this stuff, and I really like the look it has. I'll probably bring it down and show it to you when we talk about this, but I built that up. So that's a mock impasto setup for later, and I'll be back in a minute.